Sorry, guys. I just came back from clinic.
Don't apologize. As you could tell, she's in her work getup. So this is like a after work little like sneak, sneak episode.
I know.
We had to do to like catch up with you guys and to make sure that I have enough time to edit this correctly and have enough research done for you guys because, anyway. So hi.
Hi. What are we talking about today?
The five senses.
So when when Julie first sent me this idea, all I could think
I
about
thought it was your idea.
was it my idea?
I thought it was. Because we're trying to think about the month of love. This is still February, so it's still the month of love.
Oh,
And we're like,
I don't know.
What else are we gonna throw out there? And
I don't
then
know,
we're
but
just
all I
like,
can think about is
whatever.
Blippy.
Blippy? Well, yeah, mom.
We
brain,
have a
yeah,
whole
that makes
entire
sense.
episode on the five senses.
Makes sense, yeah.
So I just have Blippy
That's
in my
us.
brain.
We're gonna be Blippy, but a little bit more adult, I guess, and more medical, maybe.
I feel like I need to get lower. It doesn't go down lower. Okay.
If you're just okay, I'll just try to. I should be more like this. My posture sucks, so.
I'm trying to stand up a little bit straighter.
Yeah, for those of you that are not watching us on YouTube, that's what's happening. And my camera, the camera keeps going down.
I was like,
And we're back. Sorry about that. For those of you watching on YouTube, you probably saw the camera going.
yeah, just
slowly, like
And I
falling
was-
down.
I was perplexed. I was like, why am I?
No,
like,
she
what-
never has to go all the way down, and I'm here like my posture sucks.
Yeah, and it's because the camera's literally.
It was drifting
drooping.
down. Yeah, we probably need a new ring light. For those of you that follow our Patreons, thank you, patrons. As you could tell, we need new equipment.
Yeah, we do.
So if you guys want to see or hear double the amount of us, because we do two full episodes then per week, because on Patreon it's a full other episode of an entirely different topic. Same format as the weekly ones,
Yeah.
but on video, on Patreon, and it's a little spicier because we're behind a paywall, so we let things fly a little bit. We have a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
By that time, we're a little bit more drunk, maybe. So you're not, or we've had already too many Celsiuses by that time that we record those. So, anyways, and then you're supporting us to get better equipment and to keep up with our recording subscriptions and whatnot, and you get all those good episodes, which are really freaking good.
Yes, and if you want to compare the equipment, just take a look at our first episode compared to our last episode.
Ooh. Yeah, thanks to the Patreons,
Yeah.
we were able to upgrade a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the five senses now.
All right, so sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch.
Yeah.
How do they work?
Oh, okay. Well, let's start with sight. So sight we see with our eyes, obviously, which contain light-sensitive cells called photoreceptors. These cells convert light into electrical impulses that travel along the optic nerve to the visual cortex in the back of the brain. Because as you have probably, if you've heard other episodes of ours, like the brain is split up in several regions. The front region is like the personality center and all that. The temporal is like a lot of it is with hearing and whatnot. Then I mean it's all mixed, but it's kind of like a generalized area. And then toward the back you have the occipital lobe, right?
Occipital, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's what I'm talking about right here. So the optic nerve back to the visual cortex in the back of the brain. The visual cortex then creates an image of what you see.
Yes.
If you see us right now.
That is like a simplified version.
Very simplified version,
Yeah.
because it could get pretty complex, but yeah.
So then what about hearing? So hearing, we hear with our ears, which captures sound waves. It funnels into the eardrum. The eardrum then is going to vibrate. It's going to transfer that sound to the middle ear, where it's going to meet three tiny bones, which amplify it. So then the sound reaches into the inner ear, where the fluid-filled structure called the cochlea converts it into electrical impulses with these little wavy hair-like sensory nerves. And then that travels along the auditory nerve and then into the auditory cortex in the brain.
Yep.
And then the auditory cortex then interprets that sound.
Yeah.
So everything that we do
Yeah.
every single day
Yeah.
is super complex.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even right now, what we're doing right now, the brain is just like
Yeah.
a lot
I
happening.
know.
A lot's happening up there. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So touch. We've
Why she said it like that?
because we're still in the month of love, and this is one of the reasons why we decided to do five senses. Because it
Touch.
Trying to think if there was like a song about touch. There's a million songs, but right now I can't come to my mind. Anyway,
Touch me. Is that a
which
a
one?
song?
There's a million songs out there that have to do with touch, but
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
and now I
Think of
can't
one right
think of-
now.
Yeah. Anyway, so we feel with our skin, which contains millions of nerve endings that sense pressure, temperature, pain, and vibration. These these nerve endings send signals to the spinal. Stop judging me. I feel her looking at me. If you guys are on YouTube, you like see her big eyes, like
I know my eyes are very expressive today.
she's had a long day, so it's probably that. She's had a long day of just like.
Probably when I look at my patient's parents, like,
Shut up.
yeah.
All right, so these nerve endings send signals to the spinal cord and then to the somatosensory cortex in the top of the brain. The somatosensory cortex then maps the sensations to different parts of the body, and that's how we feel.
I would love to get everyone's opinion on the brain. Is it annoying?
What do you mean?
I just,
in what sense?
like Julie loves the brain.
Yeah, I love that. But like as a topic, like as a topic, you
as
mean?
a everything.
Well, I mean,
It's just like the auditory cortex, the sensory cortex, the blah 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 cortex, the blah blah blah, the functional, the this and that. No. I'm just like, it just brings me back to like my neuro days. It just reminds me of like back in my neuro days, and I remember my professor's name. His name was Dr. White, and he was just amazing.
uh-huh.
And he made me love the brain just for that semester.
That's it.
That's it.
Aw. The
That's
brain
it.
is fascinating. Look at all these things that it's doing all at the same time.
Super cool.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm not saying it's not cool, but I'm just like, God damn, like, why are you so complicated? Okay,
Because it's the brain.
because it's the brain. I know. And this is the doctor. I know.
Exactly.
It's complicated. That's literally what I tell my patients. What's going on? It's complicated.
You don't want to
It's
know. You don't want to
complicated.
know. Let me break it down Barney style for you and let's just take it from there.
Sometimes I'm just like, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so-
The baby bird.
yeah.
Anyway.
All right, taste. So
Meow.
she's on one today.
I'm trying to, do the theme.
Okay. So, all right, taste. All right, so we taste with our tongue. I can't even read the sentence without feeling Julie like. You're like with that kid in class that like they're like the teacher's like penis and he's like
Yes. I'm like a teenage boy right now.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So we taste with our tongue, which contains thousands of taste buds that detect chemicals in foods and drinks. Each taste bud has a receptor cell that responds to one of the 5 basic tastes, which is sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami, which is like my favorite. Okay. These receptor cells, I read that weird. These receptor cells, I can't do this. Okay.
You could definitely do it. I can't because I'm crying.
All I'm thinking about, okay, yeah. So these receptor cells send signals to the gustatory cortex in the front of the brain, because we have another cortex, the gustatory cortex. Just another one, okay?
I'm the one that does the research. I'm going to include the brain here.
And then the
Okay?
gustatory cortex that identifies the taste. So this actually, do you remember in biology that we had to do that lab?
Which
First of all,
one?
I
Which-
hated biology labs.
which
Chemistry
one?
labs, even though I hated chemistry.
I mean, they were cool because things
But they
would
were
explode.
structural.
Yeah.
No. Oh, I never had anything explode on me, thank God.
I'd
But-
change color, distillation.
But I just,
you
I
kind of
just
make
thought that
alcohol.
chemistry was step by step. Step number 1, you're gonna do this. Step
Yeah, it
number
was more
2,
boring.
you're gonna do this. Step number 3, you're gonna do this. Then you go to biology,
Yeah, biology is more boring. Yeah.
and biology was, and mind you, I love that. That was my major.
Yeah.
you
Same
know?
here. Same here. Yeah.
So I love biology, but
I
the
hated.
labs
Oh,
for
yeah.
bio were awful.
Yeah, they were.
They were awful. I was constantly lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were trying to
yeah.
give us labs to prove theories
Yeah,
and
and it
stuff
was
like
like,
that. And I was
no.
like, what? I don't understand. How do I get an A? How do I get an A?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Then, so the only thing I remember about biology labs, which
Yeah.
mind you, I took a shit ton of biology classes.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about biology lab was this lab that we had to do with our taste buds, and it was
the genetic one, but that's not genetics.
It wasn't genetic.
That was genetics lab when I
can't remember, but whatever. That they made us taste the quinone.
Exactly, and if you could taste the bitter or not bitter, and then it's also like the cilantro. Exactly. So
people have like cilantro that they taste soap. What a sad life.
That is very sad because cilantro and lime.
It's so good. Can you imagine that anything that has cilantro, you taste soap?
You're missing out on a big portion of good
I
life.
know.
It's like all Mexican food. You're like missing out on a really good part of Mexican food. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, because Cubans don't really use much cilantro.
We use culantro.
Exactly. Which is like,
very different.
Yeah.
But kind of similar. Yeah. That lemony, zesty type of taste.
Exactly. Not as like herby.
No, it's not herby.
Yeah.
Or earthy.
Earthy, exactly.
It's more zesty for sure.
Yeah, because, you know,
like fresh tasting.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so delicious.
Yeah.
I can tell when my mom puts culantro in soup.
Oh, yeah. She does. Yeah, my mom puts it
good.
on like, I'm mostly with the sazon goya.
Yeah. Oh,
Con achiote y
hit me.
Hit culantro.
Yeah. So good. Okay, well,
anyway, well, taste. We were talking about taste. So, smell. We smell with our nose, obviously, which contains hundreds of olfactory receptors that detect chemicals in the air. These receptors send signals to the olfactory bulb at the base of the brain, and the olfactory bulb then passes the signals to the olfactory cortex. Another cortex.
It's another cortex
in the side of the brain. And the olfactory cortex then recognizes the smell.
Is there a what the fuck cortex?
Probably.
Okay. That one's quite active in my brain.
That's your favorite one,
That's my favorite one in the brain.
But you know, the fact that like it's in the back, it's in the base of the brain, the olfactory bulb, like you know how they say that memories that you could relate to smell are the longest lasting ones? Like even if you forgot something or you consciously forgot about something, but then you smell that particular smell, it brings you back like immediately. Yeah, it goes back to the base because it's like the most primitive part of the brain. So
it's so crazy.
It's crazy how
today I was actually thinking about that because Jules and I, we are going to Disney, and I was thinking about the place that we're staying. It's super nice, right? And I'm super excited, but I think I'm like, damn, like Nora will never know what it was to stay like at a Motel 6. Okay, because that's what I stayed in.
Me too.
Yeah. So do you remember the distinct smell?
Yes.
Of the room,
cigarettes,
like cigarette carpet, type of thing.
Yes.
And all like I think about that now, and I'm like, that's disgusting.
So
but
gross.
when I was a kid, smelling that was like Disney.
Exactly. You would exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Super excited.
That is why we are best friends, because we have these things that like even though we didn't know each other back then, they're the same.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot relate that with Mario.
No, probably.
Are you kidding? If he would just step into a Motel 6 lobby, he'd probably blow up in hives.
No, 100%.
Are you kidding? Yeah. No, my dad, we wouldn't even stay in Orlando. We would stay in Kissimmee.
Yeah.
Because it was cheaper.
For sure.
You know,
100%.
and it was motels with the signs outside.
Like
that
a
it was,
Holiday Inn.
Yeah, but not even. It was the ones with the signs
with the little
outside.
signs, like,
and then it's like, oh, this included. Exactly. Yes.
That's where we used to stay too.
Yeah, because my dad was like, we only sleep in the room. We do nothing else. So why am I gonna spend all that money? And I'm like,
yeah,
cockroaches and cigarettes. Let's go.
Yeah,
Disney.
But you know what?
I was happy about it. It was
I would run inside.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, yeah, Disney.
Oh yeah. It was the type of places that you could pay with cash.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly. And then so now I'm thinking, and I'm like, dude, Nora's never gonna know.
No. And
what?
But that's a goal as parents, right? Like the goal as parents is to like have your kids have a better life, right? Than you did or whatever.
So they will never know.
No. And it's nostalgic for us.
Yeah.
But it's like
I want people to comment on this.
Oh my God, please comment on this.
There
and this is a weekly.
Be other millennials out there that remember this distinct smell and associate it immediately with Disney.
And not, maybe
or at least our fellow Floridians.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be Disney. It could be anything else. Six Flags.
No,
I don't know.
mine was like, well, we didn't really have a Six
That's
Flags.
the thing. We only had Disney.
We're in Miami.
But
if we were going to go somewhere, it was going to be Disney or the youth fair. One or the other.
Right.
Okay?
Right. But if we had to travel and stay at a motel or whatever, it was Disney.
Oh,
It's not the youth fair. The youth fair is like right there for us.
Yeah. No. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. If we had any attractions, it was either the youth fair
100%.
or Disney.
For us Miamians. But you guys that are from
or
like
Busch Gardens.
Exactly, that's Tampa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But like you guys that are in other states or whatever, maybe, you know, it doesn't
Like a
matter.
Six
Like a
Flags,
Six Flags or
Hershey's.
Disneyland
Yeah, Disneyland.
in
Disney World is
California.
better.
Yeah, we said
Sorry.
it the last episode, so we're Floridians, you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Comes with the turf. So
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, let us know. I'm really curious now.
Yeah.
I'm
Or like
really, really
what
curious
other
now.
senses do you guys associate
Because it was
like memories?
Cigarettes, musky, moldy, like maybe mildewy, like undertone because of the rug that's been there for 20 plus years and
Yeah,
nobody
yeah,
has
yeah.
ever cleaned it really other than vacuuming.
Yeah.
Questionable bathroom situation.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know,
For sure.
those type of things when you traveled as a kid with your parents.
Yeah. My
So
parents would make me
anything.
take a shower with chancletas on.
Oh, then yeah, exactly. No, my mom would clean the tub in the bathroom before. Like
We never
would-
did that.
Oh yeah, instead of putting on la chancleta,
Yeah,
she would
yeah.
just take like Clorox because of course if you're Cuban, it's Clorox. Nothing else works but Clorox. Alcohol is bullshit. It's Clorox, bleach. So she would travel with the bleach, spray it on, and then it's like, okay, you could go pee, take a bath, you know,
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. It's already bleached. So yeah, the struggle is real, man. But anyways, here we are podcasting with our own kids.
How far we've come.
How far we've come. All right, so how did we develop the five senses to experience that type of scent?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we develop our senses through a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Our senses are influenced by our genes, which determine the structure and function of our sensory organs and nervous system. So, however, our senses are also shaped by our experiences, which can enhance or impair our sensory abilities. So, for example, learning a musical instrument can improve our hearing, while exposure to loud noises can damage it. So, similarly, tasting different foods can expand our palate. However, while eating too much sugar, it can actually dull it down. Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Which one in particular?
The sugar one.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then when like you've gone through a diet or something that you haven't had a lot of sugar, and then you go back, and it's
you're
like,
whoa.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's too much sugar, like
Yeah.
way too freaking much. Yeah.
Or like I have like a muffin or something.
Oh yeah.
And then I
yeah.
drink my coffee and it's extra bitter.
Yep. Yep. Been there. Been
Love
there.
it, love it.
Been there. Exactly.
So
But oh, do you play any musical instruments? Or do you know how to play any musical instruments? I don't think I've ever asked you that. No, right?
Really?
Yeah, me
No.
neither. Yeah, it's part of
they
being, you know.
forced me to play the clarinet. The school, not my parents.
I cannot imagine your parents forcing you to play.
No, no, my parents used the clarinet as a weapon for sure. Yeah, for sure.
No, I don't know because I went to a really ghetto private school, and I'm saying that with quotations because it was ghetto as hell. We had no music department, no instruments, no nothing. I wish I could. I wish I could play.
I don't know if my high school had a music department.
You had a more legit high school than me. Mine was a freaking.
I'm sure we had like a
Daycare.
choir. No, we definitely had music club.
Yeah, no. I went once.
But like class?
bless you. Bless you.
Jesus. Okay.
But
like a class, well, then again, maybe it was like an
like
elective.
music class.
No, I definitely had music class, but in middle school.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you see, I didn't even have that. I never even touched an instrument until like I had a
I had
best
to play
friend.
the flute
I had a
and the
best.
clarinet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you see, I had a best friend that knew how to play the violin, the piano, and the guitar.
She's bougie.
Yeah, it was Eric. Go figure that.
Oh,
I would
oh.
write. Yeah, I would write music, and he would. No, I would not write music. He would write music, and I would write lyrics.
Lyrics, yeah.
Because I don't know how to play an instrument because I went to a daycare for high school. But anyway, here we are. Anyway, so continue.
All right. So some of our senses develop earlier than others. For instance, touch is the first sense to develop in the womb. Okay. I don't know why I find that word weird.
I know it's very weird, and I'm glad that
Womb.
you, as a doctor, you've been around that word a lot,
Yeah.
and you still find it weird.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
still
not
find it
just
weird.
me. Yeah, it's womb. Like who
Yeah.
thought of that word?
I
Like
don't know. And then it's also essential. Okay, so touch. It's also essential for bonding and for survival. Smell and taste are also present before birth, and they help with newborns recognizing their moms and also breastfeeding.
accurate, man.
So sight and hearing develop later and then continue to mature after birth. Vision in particular is the most complex and the slowest sense to develop. It requires a lot of stimulation and interaction with the environment.
Well, this is totally your turf.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of
So
this right there.
newborns usually see more like stark, vivid contrast colors.
So like black
at
and
first.
white.
Black, white, red, yellow, those type of colors. And then it slowly starts developing into more. They slowly start tracking and all of that. But they use hearing and
Yeah.
all of like smell and
Yeah.
stuff to kind of associate images. So even though a newborn can't see you completely, like they will be able to tell that you're mom or dad.
Isn't that like fascinating how like a newborn that just came out of your belly like knows how to breastfeed?
Yep.
Like just using, you know, like what we just said, like sense of smell and all that stuff. That's why like we go back to our episode of pheromones.
Yeah.
There's something there, guys.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
like
know?
in that episode, Julie and I were saying how our babies would be completely knocked out and anyone can go inside the room and everything is fine. But as soon as we walk into the room, they start crying.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? How did you know?
Yeah.
You know, there's something there. And obviously science is still like, you know, doing a lot of research on it and stuff like that. Right now, it's like inconclusive. Like,
And we have strong senses because there's people that can even say, I can feel someone looking at me.
that was going to be like my ending point here because it's obviously the only proven senses are the 5 senses that we're touching upon right now. But there's like, what about if there's a 6th sense?
Yeah.
You know, because
No, there's
know.
definitely people that are blindfolded and they can just tell that someone is in the room.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Yeah.
That's
And
the
not by
thing.
smell, not by anything. You just feel it.
Right. So is it pheromones? Is it something else in the brain? Like, you know, what is it? But anyway, yeah. So some factors that affect the quality and accuracy of each sense. Obviously age is going to be a big factor. Like I experience that, like with vision, you know, as I'm getting older, like I see myself grabbing my glasses for like nearsightedness, so trying to see further a lot more often than I used to before. So as we grow older, our sensory receptors may deteriorate. I can't really talk right now for some random reason.
Oh, you said it fine.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I overcorrected then. And, I mean, it's the day that I'm having anyway. Or become less responsive, leading to reduced sensitivity and acuity. Acuity?
Acuity.
Acuity.
Acuity. Acuity.
Yeah, it sounds like a car. Anyway, for instance, our vision may decline due to cataracts, glaucoma, or macular degradation. Our hearing may be impaired by take the wheel.
Man, this word is actually hard for me to say too. Presbycusis.
That, which is age-related hearing loss or exposure to loud noises. Our taste and smell may diminish due to reduced saliva production, which I didn't know about that. That's
What?
pretty interesting that as we age, we reduce the amount of saliva that we produce.
Yes, that is true.
Interesting.
A lot of changes happen when you start getting older.
Yeah. Or nasal congestion. Right now, we're both experiencing that.
So-
It's spring.
You just brought back a memory of mine in medical school. So we had a whole entire geriatrics
Uh-huh.
like section or whatever.
Okay.
And I will never forget, I had a lot of anxiety during medical school. But when I was in Jerry, my anxiety was at an all-time high.
Really?
Yeah, all-time high. Because I just didn't want to get old.
Oh.
I saw all the changes
Yeah.
that can happen.
I could see that now. Okay.
We had to do like all the assisted living facilities.
Which those are rough.
Yeah, and not just like those facilities. We also had, Alzheimer's clinics and dementia clinics, and we even had a Huntington's clinic.
Yeah.
And I had so much crippling anxiety, and I would remember I have visual like memories or like, vivid memories of me sitting down in like this little lounge like on the 2nd floor of my medical school with my laptop reading, and I was just like, fuck getting old. Like,
Yeah, man.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Go back to our episode on Brian Johnson. Try to do everything to not get old. Yeah. I mean, it's you can't think about it too much.
But
because
okay, so then, yeah, exactly. I think it's like, you just can't think about it. I think it was just so overwhelming of all the things that you're seeing. And it's almost like everyone gets old. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This isn't like we're talking about a diagnosis that you may or may not have or something. It's like We're talking about age. We're
Yeah.
talking about aging.
Yeah.
We're talking about things that will eventually happen to you.
And you're also looking at it through a medical scope as
Yeah.
well. Like,
Yeah.
not even through a layman person that's visiting their grandparents or whatever. It's like, damn, yeah, aging sucks. No, you're looking at all the bad things that are happening right now with your
Yeah.
patient that you're treating
Yeah.
and all this. It's like a lot. Like,
Exercise, people. Eat healthy. Stay young. Stay active.
As I drink. Anyway.
Take Celsius.
As
Anyway.
you have an energy drink.
Yeah, I know.
And I have alcohol. Anyway. All right. So nasal congestion, as I said, which is crazy because, yeah, as I get older, I do get more of like the nasal congestion and all that crap. The allergies affect me more and all that bull crap that I would have never even thought of before. And our touch may be affected by decreased blood circulation or nerve damage, which, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, take it away.
All right, so gender. There may be some differences in sensory perception. Sorry. Allergies.
Yeah, there we go. We're talking about that.
So there may be some differences in sensory perception between males and females depending on the type of stimulus and the context that you're in it, okay? So for example, some studies have suggested that women tend to have better color vision, olfactory acuity, and pain sensitivity than men, while men tend to have better spatial awareness, motion detection, and auditory localization than women. However, there's differences. The differences are not absolute and may vary across individuals and situations. Obviously, if
of
you're
course.
trained for something, you're
Yeah.
probably going to be better. But I
100%.
think, primitively,
Yeah,
I feel like I could see that.
yeah,
When you were
definitely.
pregnant, could you smell everything?
100%.
I smelled everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
And hearing.
Maybe not the hearing, but the smell.
Yeah.
I could be upstairs
Yeah.
and I could smell someone chopping up chicken.
Yep. Yep.
It was
Yep.
terrible.
Isn't it crazy how that works? And it's just to protect you and the baby.
Yeah.
That's the evolution of it. Like
Yeah.
why it's there, it's to protect you and the baby from you inhaling something negative or whatever, but it's so freaking aggressive.
Yep.
And there were things that I was adversely, if I smell it, I'm gonna throw up type
yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
Especially in the mornings. Oh my god. With
Oh.
my morning sickness or my myasthenia gravis or whatever it's called that I had. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I can't. I had it.
Not
and I
myasthenia gravis.
don't know. I can't say it.
Hyperemesis gravis.
that.
Myasthenia gravis.
It's not. No, that's like a brain problem, right? No.
It's like a muscular problem.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had it and I can't say it. Anyway.
It's like myasthenia gravis. I was like, no, you don't. You don't
No,
have
I
that.
don't have that. Thank God. No.
Anyways.
Anyway, genetics. So our genes may also play a role in shaping our sensory perception, as they may determine the structure and function of our sensory receptors and pathways. For instance, some people may have genetic variations that affect their ability to detect certain odors, tastes, or sounds, such as anosmia.
Anosmia.
That inability to smell. Oh, you can take that. Jesus, take the wheel. Ebat, take the wheel.
Phenylthiocarpamide.
PTC, tasting, or absolute pitch, which is the ability to identify musical notes without reference. Oh boy, isn't PTC what we were just talking about? I think it's that genetic testing.
Oh yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's that.
that's what it
PTC
is.
And quinone, whatever, right?
Yeah, I think it's quinone or quinone.
Quinone.
Yeah,
Let me
I mean,
see.
clearly I don't know how to talk. Yeah,
Yep, that's it.
yeah. All right,
Yep.
cool.
Oh my god, how funny that we mentioned that.
Literally am.
Guys, we have our phone back, by the way. It was like a major outage.
I know.
Did
Did
they
you?
say why?
No, but apparently the feds are investigating to see if it was like a cyber attack or something. Pretty scary shit, yeah. Because there was a recently, like maybe a month or two ago, maybe 2 months ago now, a movie on Netflix that predicted, like it's an apocalyptic movie with Julia Roberts and somebody else, Ethan Hawke and whatever. And one of the first things that like happened in an attack was communications were down, and people were like, that's why when that happened today, people were like, oh my god, we're being attacked. I'm like, guys.
Well,
Yeah.
thank God I didn't know about that because I would have been one of those people.
I know. I had to tell you that. And like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like texting her, hey, just confirming for tonight or whatever. And she's like, yeah, my phone's acting really weird. I'm like, girl, it's not only you. It's the whole United States.
I literally was thinking to myself, I'm like, how am I going to go to the Apple store? I was like, I don't have time today.
I'm like, girl, it's not you. It's the whole entire United States is dealing with
Like,
it.
Bandita. That's how much I live in my own world.
Girl, that's why I'm here. Don't worry about it.
Julie. Julie's like, no, girl, it's to everyone.
Yeah.
It's the outage.
No. And I only found out because I was so annoyed this morning in the midst of the
Uh-huh.
construction and the freaking craziness to try to get Emma to school in time. And I'm like, my stupid phone like doesn't have freaking reception. What is wrong with this piece of crap? Whatever, this and that. And then I get home and I grab my mom's phone. I'm like, I gotta call AT&T to tell them because my phone's dead.
Yeah.
Like it's only on SOS,
Yeah,
whatever.
SOS, yeah.
And it only works through the Wi-Fi. And this is ridiculous. And then when I grab my mom's phone, it also says SOS. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hold it.
So then like I called AT&T, 20 minutes on the line, nobody. And then I'm like scrolling through my actual phone as I'm holding my mom's phone. And then I see on Instagram all the reports. New York Post, Washington Post, New York Times,
Okay.
like everybody, CNN, everybody's like, is this a cyber attack? This and that. I'm like, guys,
Well, we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. As of recording right now, it just, I don't know.
We'll see. But I'm just happy I got my phone back.
I know, me too. I think I have only like 2 bars, but I'm happy for that.
Yeah. It
I'm
was
okay
so
with
funny.
that.
This morning I was driving. I'm like, what a peaceful morning. I feel like everyone was so chill because
That's
they
why.
didn't have phones.
That's why.
100%. And I remember telling myself, I was like, why? I'm like, is there no school today? And I'm like driving.
Well,
It's like
there
a
are-
breeze.
There are some schools, like the Richie schools, don't have school because it's a ski week this week.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's ski
I
week.
obviously didn't go to
Me
ski
neither.
week. Okay.
Me neither. I recently found out about that. I didn't even know such a. We're in Miami
I
We
don't
don't
know
need ski week.
Why would we celebrate ski week? I don't know.
because apparently they grab their private jets and they leave to Vail or some bullshit.
It's nice.
I know, right? Wouldn't that be nice?
I know,
Just
seriously.
in February. Oh, it's been a month and a half since we had winter break. Let's go.
Let's go to ski week. Anyways.
Environment.
Yeah. So the environment, the physical and social environment in which we perceive sensory stimuli can also influence our perception, as it may provide cues, distractions, expectations that affect our attention, interpretation, and memory. So an example of this is a perception of color may change depending on the lighting conditions. Our perceptions of sound may be altered by background noise, and our perception of pain may be modulated by social support or placebo effects.
This reminds me of the conspiracy or that dress gate that happened several years ago on Instagram. That it's like the dress. I'll put it here for those of you that are watching on
Is it
YouTube.
white or gold
Exactly.
or blue or something?
Right. Exactly. Remember that?
Yeah. What was that?
I think it was white and gold.
I thought I saw white and gold too.
Me too.
for sure.
And I think it was just like the shading of like the lighting or whatever made it look blue and gold. But it's like if you take that photo like in twilight or behind, a glass or whatever, it's gonna look like that. I've seen it a million times. But people were like dead set. And I don't even remember. Guys, comment down below what was the final result on it, because the actual designer came out and said what the actual color was. But I don't remember now. That was like so many years ago.
That's so weird. I remember that.
Right? But people were like obsessed about that. Anyway.
Dress that went viral.
I know, for the stupidest thing. Anyway, but that's social media anyway. Lifestyle. Our lifestyle choices and habits may also have an impact on our sensory perception, as they may enhance or impair our sensory functioning. For example, regular exercise, healthy diet, and adequate
Sleep.
I feel like I'm still saying it wrong. Anyway, may improve our sensory acuity and alertness, while smoking, alcohol consumption, and drug abuse may impair our sensory perception and judgment. True. Don't text your ex while you drink.
Yeah,
That's where it comes from.
Don't do that.
It's a mistake.
So these are just some of the factors that can affect our sensory perception. Of course, there's going to be other factors that are not mentioned here, or interactions among these factors that may produce complex effects. Sensory perception is a dynamic and subjective process that depends on many different things. All right, Jules. So what are some of the common sensory disorders?
The first one I put here, these are just the common ones. There's obviously a bunch of them, but I'm just going to list. We're going to talk about the most common ones. So anyway, sensory processing disorder, SPD. This is a condition in which the brain has trouble receiving and responding to information that comes in through the senses. People with SPD may be over or under sensitive to sensory stimuli such as light, sound, touch, taste, and smell. They may avoid or seek out sensory stimulation as a result. SPD is not currently recognized as a distinct medical diagnosis, but it is often associated with other developmental conditions such as autism disorder, etc. And that kind of leads me, obviously not about autism disorder, but there's a lot of people that are colorblind, and some people don't even realize that they're colorblind until like later in life.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
I know.
Yeah, it runs in Mario's family. It doesn't run in mine, but I know it's kind of like hereditary too.
It is hereditary.
Yeah, so anyway.
Okay, so another sensory disorder can be blindness and low vision. So this is a condition which a person has partial or complete loss of vision. People with blindness and low vision may have difficulty seeing objects, colors, shapes, faces, or text. They may use assistive devices such as glasses, magnifiers, or canes to help them navigate through their environment. But blindness and low vision can be caused by various factors such as genetics, injury, disease, or aging.
Yeah, blindness is something I don't know how, like, I'm fascinated by Braille.
Yeah.
Fascinated how people are able to communicate with and, read through Braille and all that. It's fascinating to me. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, hearing loss and deafness. This is a condition in which a person has partial or complete loss of hearing. People with hearing loss and deafness may have difficulty hearing sounds, speech, or music. They may use hearing aids, cochlear implants, or sign language to communicate. Hearing loss and deafness can be caused by various factors such as genetics, infection, noise exposure, or aging. And yeah, that's very common in aging.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then deafblindness. This is a condition in which a person has a combination of vision and hearing impairments. People with deafblindness may have varying degrees of sensory loss, ranging from mild to profound. They may use tactile or visual communication methods such as Braille, finger spelling, or gestures to interact with others. Deafblindness can be caused by various factors such as genetics, illness, injury, and again, medication. So,
yep.
If you had to lose one sensory,
Oof.
what would it be? One sense.
My most important one is sight.
Yeah.
I cannot lose sight.
Yeah.
I cannot. Damn, that's a good one.
I know.
I
Like taste,
no
smell.
Screw it. Smell.
Yeah.
Smell.
If I were to lose one, it would be smell.
Yeah. Take it. I cannot lose taste. I love food too much.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. No. And I have to touch. I feel touch is like, it's just too important. I mean, with pressure and everything, then you'd lose like pressure too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Smell. Take it. Yeah.
COVID took that for a lot of people.
I know. And I actually knew some girl. She was like my best friend in high school, and then she left to another school, whatever. And she had an accident, and she lost her sense of smell, but she could still taste.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy how that happens. People are like, "Oh, it's gonna affect her," and she's like, "No, I taste normal." And, no.
Well.
If it's like that, then take my sense of smell. It's fine. Anyway, so some ways to enhance or protect each sense. So sight, which apparently, like I just said, is my most important one now that I just went through all the 5 senses. To protect your eyesight, you should wear sunglasses when exposed to bright sunlight. Avoid staring at screens for too long. That's kind of hard for everyone, but do what you can. And eat foods rich in antioxidants such as blueberries, carrots, and spinach. Yeah,
Perfect. And also, don't go and look at a solar eclipse.
We have some coming up soon.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Go to Amazon or something and there's actual solar eclipse sunglasses for that. They're coming up soon. This is your reminder. If you're somebody like me that likes all that crap, go ahead and order them on Amazon now. Don't just like look out there. Because that's, first of all, you're not going to see it.
It'll hurt.
It's going to hurt.
Yeah.
And it may mess up your vision. So just don't do it.
All right, so hearing. To protect your hearing, you should always limit your exposure to loud noises, wear earplugs when necessary, and get regular hearing checkups. I don't do this. I always, as I'm reading this, I'm like, I'm just fucking it up.
I was thinking of you with the
and
music.
It's funny,
with
my
the
Apple Watch, Apple Watch will tell me like loud environment or something.
And you're like,
all the time. And I'm like, what is this? I was like, what is this loud environment? I'm like, let me live. Let me live. It makes me feel old. And it's like, oh, you shouldn't be here. It's too loud in here. And I'm like, you shut up. No one invited you. Who made that Apple update? I want to speak to them.
you don't know my life.
You don't know my life. The whole entire time at the festival. Loud noise.
That's it.
Loud
That
noise.
that was exactly what when I wrote that down. I'm like, this is Yvette.
Yeah.
Yvette's
And
gonna be like,
and I don't wear earplugs. There's actually a lot of people that wear earplugs to clubs. And
that would probably be me. I wear earplugs to go to sleep. If not, I can't sleep.
yeah, what's weird is that I've actually tried the earplugs before, and sometimes you hear better, because I guess you like block out
I could
noise,
see that.
so you can. I don't know. It's weird.
I can see that. I can see that. But I cannot sleep. My hearing is annoying.
Yeah,
It's very annoying. I cannot.
Yeah, I can't sleep with the TV on. I can't.
But it's just the dogs or any little thing. I'm super light sleeper.
Light sleeper, yeah.
So I have to, and I still hear, even when Amara was a baby, I still slept with earplugs on, and I would still hear him like immediately. It was weird. Even Mario would keep on sleeping, and I heard him through my earplugs.
That's crazy.
It's bad. I don't wish this hearing on anyone. It's not great. It's really not. Anyway, smell. To enhance your smell. No, that's not what I meant. So to enhance your sense of smell, you should practice smelling different odors every day, such as essential odors, spices, or flowers.
I love smell.
Yeah, me too. It's like primitive and feral, right? Like it's just like
Feral. I'm like feral.
just yeah.
She's in a mood. I'm telling you. I'm not lying.
No, man, I'm trying to like go back to the whole February thing. I'm trying to stick to what we were talking
Feral?
about. Yeah, you know how like when you like someone, there's a certain scent to them.
Feral.
Why did I say that word?
All I think about is like a raccoon. Like that's what I associate feral with.
No,
I was like, what are you
man.
trying to be feral with? It's just a feral.
Gonna taste white old
Mario. You better watch out. Girlfriend over here is feral.
God damn it.
She's in a mood today.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the five senses.
All right, taste. Were you gonna say something about taste?
I already did. I already tortured you enough with
All right, to enhance your sense of taste, you should avoid smoking. Yeah, for sure, avoid smoking. That's disgusting. What the cigarette? Okay, anyways, I shouldn't talk. You can cut that out. You can cut that out. You can cut that out. Okay, so to enhance your sense of taste, you should avoid smoking, drinking plenty of water, and try new flavors and cuisines. Okay, so when you're at Fogo de Chao, or what is that? Texas de Brazil.
Right, one of those Brazilian churrascarias that's like
that
all
they
the
serve you
meats coming around.
6,000 meats.
Yeah.
They serve you plantains
I fucking love those plantains.
to like cleanse the palate.
Is that what it's for?
Yes.
I didn't know it was for that.
Yeah, so that you taste the different meats.
No idea it was for that.
Yeah.
I just house them every time. I love maduros. Just as much as I love French fries, I love maduros, which are plantains, guys. Look it up. I'll put it here for those of you that are watching YouTube. Oh my god,
They're so good, but those are really good.
oh, because they have like cinnamon on them.
Yeah, like sugar, brown sugar.
It's not like Cubans. Cubans is just like really, 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 really ripe to the
Frito.
point that it's like black, the
Yeah.
plantain, and then you fry it, and then it's like, whoa.
But it's delicious.
Oh my god,
This
it's
is
so
delicious.
good. It's so good. Like I have to stop my mom from doing that every time because
Nora
if it-
doesn't like plantains, maduros.
Mario doesn't like them either, and I'm like, fine, I'll take yours. I know. I
So
don't
weird.
know. It's really weird.
All right, so touch. To protect your sense of touch, you should moisturize your skin. Really?
I didn't say shit. I did not say anything.
So to protect your sense of touch, you should moisturize your skin, avoid injuries, infections, and massage your hands and feet. I need to start fact checking this.
It's not wrong though.
I mean, I guess you're right. I don't know.
It's not wrong. And the sources are there. I'll show it to you.
The sources are there. All right, some fun facts about senses.
Okay, so for sight, the world record for human vision was set by Dr. Dennis Levy, or Levi. I'm gonna go with Levy. In 1985, he was able to identify a bright line a quarter of an inch thick from 1 mile away. Jesus Christ. Anyway, all babies are colorblind at birth.
Yes, they are.
That's pretty crazy.
All right. Another fun fact is your brain processes sounds 1,000 times faster than images and registers sounds even as you sleep. That's crazy.
I know. Which is, I guess, why your dreams get influenced sometimes by certain things, you know?
Yeah.
So smell. Some people have genetic variations that affect their ability to detect certain odors, such as anosmia.
Anosmia?
I'm trying to say insomnia.
I know. I'm like, why does she keep saying
Because
anosmia?
it looks like insomnia.
There's no O behind the S. There's no anosmia here.
So the inability to smell. Or PTC tasting. All right. And then another fun fact. Grizzly bears are able to smell food from a whopping 18
That's
miles
crazy.
away.
That's crazy.
They're a mammal, so...
Something just flew at me. It's that vision I got. That vision sense I got. She's sharp.
Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, grizzly bears, pretty insane.
All right, taste. So taste, the taste map.
You always got taste.
I don't know why gustatory complex.
I just realized you got
The
taste.
funny gustatory complex. It's following me. Okay, so taste. The taste map you learned when growing up, the one that shows the tip of the tongue, registering sweet flavors, the back. Oh my god, that's a large map. All right. Imagine your tongue, and there's a map. Okay, so the tip, all right, is Julie. I can't. Julia Brunette.
You stole it 3 times.
What? That was the second time.
Okay.
All right. So the tip of tongue is the tip of tongue. I can't. All right, I'm done. God damn it.
You're having Celsius, not alcohol.
It's my congestion.
You got this.
Okay. So, all right. The taste map you learned growing up. Okay. This is the one that's the tip registers sweet flavors. The back of the tongue is bitter, and the sides is salty and sour.
I'll put it here for
Yeah,
those of you that
for
are
the love of
watching.
God. Put the map. Okay. It's a myth. All right. So while receptors for the 5 basic tastes do exist, they're not confined to specific areas, but are distributed across the tongue. The catfish, this is a totally different fun fact.
This is a fun
The
fact.
catfish has somewhere around 100,000 taste buds.
Why do you need that many?
Why does a catfish
I don't
need
know.
that much?
It lives in mud. I found that fascinating because I'm like, what the hell?
Those
It-
are like walking catfish.
what?
Right?
What do you mean? Like the ones that like
Yeah.
those
Ew.
exactly. And then those like hillbillies that like stick their whole hand
in there.
in a random freaking cave under the water, and they're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go catfishing. What? And I'm like, sir, ma'am. The Loch Ness monster might be in there, and you're just like shoving your whole, because they go all in there, like all the way to the shoulder in there, and then they pull out this massive freaking fish, and I'm like, okay, that's great, but what if it wasn't?
Yeah, I know. What if it wasn't a catfish?
Yeah,
What if you put your arm out and it was like a massive,
or it's
snake?
gone, or it's gone.
Oh yeah, or your arm is
Like you know, in thinking about millennials and millennial trauma. Indiana Jones, one of the Indiana Jones, like somebody stuck in their hand or arm or whatever, and then it came out and it was just a skeleton. That's what I think about every time I see those hillbilly freaking videos. I'm like, your skeleton's gonna come out.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's
how people do
gone.
That.
I don't know.
They're just not afraid. They're not afraid.
No,
Those
it's
stick their
beyond.
hands.
It's beyond not being afraid. Like, how badly do you want a freaking catfish, man? Like, what the hell? Anyway, touch. Ugh. I'm talking about touch. Anyway, the skin is your body's largest organ and contains more than 4 million sensory receptors. Among the body's most sensitive areas are the lips, the back of the neck, the fingertips, and the soles of the feet. Why the soles? Anyway, that's really random. Like you. Anyway, the least sensitive is the middle of your back. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So I guess that would be like the best place to put a tattoo on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the least sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, before we sign off, do you believe there's a sixth sense?
Yes.
Yeah, me too, man. I think there is, but we just haven't been able to figure it out. Like,
Or prove it, or I don't know. But I
yeah.
definitely do believe it.
Right? And mostly now being moms, there's something there. You just know. You know how they say like moms have eyes behind your head or whatever? It goes along those lines because there's something there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know if you believe in it.
Yeah.
We have no scientific backing for that. It's just a belief, your opinion. We welcome it. Let us know in the socials or YouTube or whatever it is that you're hearing or watching this from. And thank you everyone for tuning in, for subscribing, for doing the damn thing. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Funny Medicine Podcasts. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye. I don't know why I did that.
Oh, what did you do?
Said bye. No. Nothing.
We can't figure this shit out. Bye, guys.